Kirsties. How's your day going? I am recording this a little bit earlier than yesterday. I hope you all had a great day. It's kind of gloomy today. It was cloudy and didn't rain or anything, but it was a little bit chilly. Last night we went for a walk. Oh, I already told you that. It was still nice. I took Jackson for his daily walk and we went and got the mail and I got two letters from two of you. A letter from Kane and a letter from Emily. And Emily said that she has some brand new calves at her house. How lucky is she to get to see those little guys? They're so cute when they're born. Not right when they're born. They're kind of like baby chicks when they hatch and they're all wet and everything. But after they dry off, they're so cute. And also, I got to see a picture of Cooper's little puppy. He said that he's 2 months old, or she. Oh, Cooper, I can't remember. Sorry, my old brain. But beautiful black puppy. Lucky, lucky. We do not have any new pets here. Little Chrissy got a new pet, but I'll save that pet for later, for next week. She's tired. She had to take a nap. And I hope that you're all doing well. It looks like a lot of you are getting on IXL and Lexia like you're supposed to. I appreciate that. If you forgot, please try and get on there. Get on IXL once this week and Lexia once this week because I like to see what progress you made. Also, remember when you go on IXL to stay in the lessons that I have highlighted. Those are the ones that we've worked on, and those are the ones I want you to work on. And make sure that you're in first grade. Don't go back to kindergarten or anything unless you get all of our lessons done. Then you could go on to some other things, but you need to get the things done that um, I highlighted. I did not get to watch Onward last night. I'll save that movie. We watched Knives Out, kind of an adult movie. It's kind of cute, but we all watched that together. Kind of like a Clue. I don't know if you've ever played the game Clue before, but it's kind of like that. So that's what we did last night. But we're almost getting done here. Then I will stop the daily videos. And then make sure that when you watch the videos that you watch them in order. So like yesterday's was so long, so I had to cut it in half or cut it. So make sure that you do part one and then do part two so that you understand what's going on in the story. So I'm going to kind of reread what was yesterday um, because I did have to cut it and edit it. So I'm going to start with chapter 28, and this is when um, Joe and Alan's parents find out what they did, and now they have some consequences. So we'll see what happens today. A confused murmur arose from down the street. Suddenly, a boy shouted from the Phelps house, "Binks!" Alan's father dragged him back from the window. "Is that why you were stuffing Billy with candy and junk all day?" "Leave me alone." "Yeah, we were trying to trick him." The Finks! He yelled at the top of his voice, lunging toward the window. "Quiet." His father sat him down hard in a chair. Joe peered furtively out through the fringe of the bedspread. As soon as he had heard the siren and Tom's yells, he had crawled under the bed. "And that's why Billy woke the whole neighborhood up? To show you he hadn't been tricked?" "Yes." His father let go of Alan's pajama collar. In the doorway, Alan's mother threw up her hands and went off into the bathroom to take 2 aspirin. The next day, Alan and Joe tramped from house to house in the neighborhood, knocking on each door and then reciting in chorus, "Hello, we're Alan Phelps and Joseph O'Hara. We're the reason you were waked up in the middle of the night last night, and we're sorry. You'll be happy to know our parents have punished us, and we can't look at a television or have dessert for a month, and our allowances have been taken away for 2 weeks. We promise that it will never happen again." "At least not in this neighborhood," muttered Joe as the last door closed behind them. "And Alan," said his father at dinner that night, "I don't want to hear that there has been any repetition of this incident at Billy's or Tom's house or anywhere else. Do you understand that?" But we can't let them get away with it, Mr. Phelps," called Joe from the living room, where he was waiting for Alan to finish his dinner. There will be no repetition of this incident or anything like it, repeated Mr. Phelps. You tried to trick Billy and lost. That will be the end of this matter. Oh, they're in trouble. 26. Or 20, 29, sorry. You know what you are, said Alan, his nose almost touching Billy's. You're a fink. They like that word a lot. And you're another, sneered Billy through clenched teeth. And a cheating, lying, dirty, snot-nosed, cheating, lying one. If you say 2 more words, said Alan, you know what? I'll beat your head in. Billy breathed hard. I'm right behind you, muttered Tom, peering grimly over Billy's shoulder, his fists clenched. Yeah? Said Joe from behind Alan. So what? We can lick both of you with our hands tied behind our backs and paper bags over our heads. You couldn't lick a flea. Yeah? Yeah. Spiffle. Whack. Thump. Someone's choking. No fair. Thwop. Ouch. Joe crawled off behind a tree, nose bleeding. Whop. He's pulling hair. He's scratching. Twist, twist. Alan crawled, weeping behind the bush. Jackson, quit. Now pack it into a 9 by 12 pan.
9 by 12?
9 by 12,
Okay.
and then put some Pam on it first so those stick. Sorry, Jackson and Mason are cooking. Tom and Billy untangled and sat up, bruised, scratched, dusty, shirts torn, hair tousled. Tom's nose was bleeding, and Billy's shoe had come off. Yeah, sassed Alan and Joe from behind the tree. Billy started to shake his fist at them and clambered up, but then he sank back. Tom panted beside him, bleary-eyed. Yeah. All worn out? Can't fight anymore? Alan scooped up a handful of mud and flung it at Tom and Billy. Then Joe did the same. Billy and Tom scrambled up and pelted back. Mud splattered against trees and bushes. Alan began to cry. A rock hit Billy over the eye. He sat down backward in the mud, covering his head with his arms, sobbing. Tom and Joe stopped throwing. Joe grabbed Alan. Come on. Tom knelt beside Billy. Let me see, Billy. Is it bad? Take your arms away so I can see. He tried to pull Billy's arms apart, but Billy wrenched away. Come on, said Tom in a scared voice. I'll take you home. Come on. Your mother can take you to the doctor. You see that? Remember, they were all friends at the beginning of this. This isn't doing well for their friendship. Chapter 30, the Peace Treaty. A treaty is when you make a promise, like when the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag Indians made that treaty and it lasted for 50 days. That's what Alan and Joe and Billy and Tom are going to do. Alan and Joe sat on the sofa, Tom and Billy on 2 straight chairs opposite them. Now, said Alan's father, what's this all about? The 4 boys all began talking at once, accusing, recounting, explaining. All right, said Alan's father after a while, that's enough. Now we know it's got something to do with this bet Alan and Billy made. But Mr. O'Hara and I aren't going to get involved in that. You're going to have to settle that among yourselves. You 4 boys have been friends too long to start fighting now, said Mr. O'Hara. You really hurt each other. Look at yourselves. Your faces are all bruised and muddy. Talk it over, work things out, and then you can shake and be friends again. I couldn't be friends with rats, those rats, said Joe under his breath. We'll be out in the kitchen, said Alan's father. When you've all settled it, call us, and we'll all go down to Friendly's for an ice cream, okay? Billy and Alan and Tom nodded. The 2 fathers left the room. The boys gazed silently at each other. After a while, Alan said, It wasn't us that scratched Tom. Billy did it. Another silence. Did you have stitches? Billy asked Alan. Nah. Did you? Billy shook his head. More silence. Well, you tried to cheat, said Billy. That wasn't cheating. We were trying to trick you. Yeah, but before that, when you glued the 2 worms together, that was cheating. You would have cheated too if you'd been losing. Billy thought about it. Okay, but look, no more cheating.